You're exhausted. You've been in some sort of a fight for so long. It feels as though this is just the way it is, and all you can hope to do is survive one more minute so you can have a short breather as you brace for the next assault. One thing we can agree on is our common enemy is beyond dedicated in trying to help us stay ignorant of the truth, so he can keep us from growing and evolving into the spiritually mature being God is trying to create in us. And this is where our story begins. Once we have agreed with Jesus and accepted him as our Savior, everything that happens after that is Jesus bringing us through real-time, real-life scenarios that teach us the truth. The truth about ourselves, the truth about our Creator, the truth about the world we live in, the truth and nothing but the truth about anything and everything that pertains to us. We have been alive for how long we have been alive, and we have learned what we have learned through our experiences with this world and the people in it. Lord only knows what lies, deception, and sin have been instilled in us before God found us and we became open to learning the truth. And Jesus is the only source we can learn the truth from. No one other than Jesus himself has the undisputed truth. So if we are learning from any other source, we are only getting a percentage of the truth, if we're getting truth at all. We accepted Jesus for all he is offering, and other than buying us back from death, he is offering to teach us whatever we lack about the truth of our existence and cleanse us from the lies, sin, and deception that has corrupted us to our very core. So contrary to common belief, accepting Jesus' forgiveness is the first step in our education, not the last. Now that we have agreed to be a student of Christ, we need to be honest, open, and available to being taught the truth. This is when life gets real for us. We will be getting taught truth we don't know, so we should expect to do things we have never done in situations we have never experienced. So everything we will be learning is a first, and the anxiety and tension will be real and seemingly turned up as high as it can go. And if the stress of learning new things is not enough, we have an enemy who wants us to share in his misery and stay stuck in our lies and sin. So, every truth we are being taught from Jesus, our enemy will come to our minds and question the validity of the truth we are being taught and try and persuade us in any and every way possible to not accept the full truth Jesus is trying to teach us. And if you don't already know, our enemy is committed and very persuasive, so we are to always be on our guard. And that can be very exhausting. Jesus will teach us the truth, and part of that is how to deal with the attacks that will come against the truth he is trying to teach us. Plain and simple. Jesus is the truth. There is no other source we can learn spiritual matters from other than through and from Jesus. No matter what level of understanding we find ourselves on, Jesus is there to lead, teach, guide, and comfort. Sometimes the truth hurts, especially the truth we are shown about ourselves that needs to be addressed for us to grow, as we exercise in our newfound truth. And just like every exercise, the exercises are meant to become gradually harder and more profound. Nothing that is growing stays the same as it was, including us. We are slowly but surely growing and evolving into the best versions of ourselves as we are constantly learning from Jesus and sadly constantly being attacked by our enemy. This is the way it is. Faith is nothing more than trust, and Jesus is asking us to trust him no matter what our lives looks like. Because there will be lessons that can be learned no other way than by experiencing them, and Jesus will lead us to the very brink of our sanity, expecting us to trust him as he teaches us the truth. Trusting someone that is telling you this is the way to the truth, when all you see is the exact opposite, takes strength you didn't know you had until you must use it. These are the lessons we can expect from our Creator, and the constant barrage of nonsense is what we can expect from our enemy. Yet, Jesus teaches us everything we need to know, including how to deal with our enemy. But the teacher can only bring us so far. The rest of the work is up to us. So, Jesus teaches and has shown us what to do. It then becomes up to us to do it. So the truth becomes a part of who we are. This is where it gets tiresome. We fight ourselves to stay open, honest, and faithful to our teacher Jesus. We fight our enemy in our minds, telling us all sorts of lies and nonsense. We fight, and fight some more. At times it gets overwhelming, but it's all necessary for our personal growth. As we said, Jesus will teach us everything we know about everything we need to know. And that includes staying faithful to our spiritual enlightenment, how to fight off attacks, what's our duty, what's not our duty, what we should and what we shouldn't do, in all sorts of scenarios that are designed to teach and show us the truth. The deeper we grow in our relationship with Jesus and our Creator, the deeper and more profound the lessons will become. This is to be expected. What else is to be expected is the level and intensity of attacks from our enemy. The further we progress with Jesus, the more our eyes are open to the truth, and the truth becomes a part of us. We must experience Jesus and the truth. It's not something that just happens, and doing things we have never done before, being attacked by an enemy who gives us just enough truth that make his lies seem believable, brings us to a level of insanity we've never experienced before. We have entered a level of understanding that we have no reference for. We are scared, stressed, anxious, just to name a few emotions we are having, and all the information we have from our teacher is trust me. This is what separates the true disciples from the Sunday service Pharisees. Jesus will not bring us further than we are capable of going, even if it seems otherwise. But I assure you, it will take you to the edge of your sanity, and the key truly is trusting Jesus. That is the lesson. Do not give up. Don't fall one day, 1 hour, 1 minute short of seeing God opening our eyes to the truth as He does something extraordinary to solidify our belief and trust. I know it's difficult. Jesus knows it's difficult, and anyone who has allowed God to be God in their lives will tell you the same. But we will all tell you the truth can be found no other way than to go through the lessons that will teach you the truth. Trust God, trust Jesus. Trust yourself that you have what it takes to see it through to the end of each and every lesson Jesus will bring you through. There are lessons inside of lessons when we are truly following Jesus. Stay alert, stay sober, and stay diligent to learning what you need to learn to progress. You can not only do it, you must do it. It's not enough to sit in church 1 day a week as we get entertained in the name of worship. Between the electronic boom of information and the over-the-top church services, we are being entertained straight to hell. Our enemy doesn't have to attack us if he already has us duped and fooled with his lies. And truthfully, if you are not being attacked, then you are attacked. Then you are not doing something right. Sometimes the lessons can feel overwhelming. This is another opportunity to learn from. Talk to God. Spend time with Him. Express yourself to our Creator. Grow together with our Creator. After all, this is the ultimate goal of all the lessons Jesus will bring us through. The fact of the matter is, we don't know, and we need to learn. We will do and experience life as we never have before, learning new truths along the way. There will be times of great stress, anxiety, fear, and all sorts of emotional distress, only for the fact that we don't understand until we do. And that is the purpose of all that Jesus will bring us to and through, so He can show us the truth, and it can become a part of who we are because we have witnessed God being God in our own personal experiences. There will be no guesswork, only fact, because we have allowed Jesus to show us the truth, not just tell us. This is how our faith is being built, on fact, because we have lived it and seen it with our own eyes. Again, you can do it. Jesus is not only your guide, Lord, and Savior, He is a trusted friend who will never leave your side, and He already has the benefit of going ahead of us. Jesus has already conquered the world. It's now our turn, and we have Jesus who has already done it to show us how. Be blessed.